Now, many of you who've clicked onto this video probably are thinking, why am I watching an anime video on a Rainbow Six channel? Well, the explanation's pretty simple. I really can't bring myself to play any more Rainbow Six for the time being because I don't think that it's worth it to try to push out content when I'm not enjoying myself. That being said, you guys will be getting some more content in the next week or probably I'd say a couple days from now because I have a good amount of clips saved up. I just can't bear to look at the game anymore because I've been having a frustrating lose streak and burning out is a problem at this point. So I just want to start this off by saying that there will be a spoiler alert in effect because I'll be discussing things that have been happening in the animes airing between fall 2018 and winter 2019. So if you haven't watched any of the things during this time period, I would highly suggest that you go and do so. During fall of 2018, we saw releases of anime such as Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, Goblin Slayer, Sword Art Online, Alicization, Bloom Into You, and Reincarnated as a Slime. All of these were amazing, and I remember the euphoria I felt when I watched them. A good anime gives you an indescribable feeling, and with the releases of so many high quality shows, I was blown away. Now, in winter 2019, we were presented with The Rising of the Shield Hero, Yakusoku no Neverland, The Quintessential Quintuplets, and Domestic Girlfriend. I'd say that this season was sort of a weird one to jump into. At first glance, you may not think much of it. They all look like really dry shows on the surface, for me at least, but they turned out to be so much more. I definitely didn't think much of Rising of the Shield Hero when I first saw it, and I was browsing around the end of fall of 2018. I completely wrote it off as another bland isekai. But the thing was, I completely forgot that I had watched Reincarnated as a Slime probably only a couple days prior, and maybe on Friday, Saturday, I watched the 2 episodes that are out currently, or at least at the time that I'm making this video, and I realized that the entire idea of the anime was pretty good. It was genius. I really enjoyed it. It was probably the thing that I'm gonna be looking forward to the most, at least the ones that are airing at the moment. Now, for all of you who have been watching up to this point, you probably have realized that I've been stuttering probably more than a normal person would, and that's because I just can't speak publicly. I can't even speak to myself sometimes. Usually, I have trouble just doing things in general that require speech. I guess right there, I really just can't form a coherent sentence without stuttering at least once. So I hope that you guys can bear with me on that. The anime that I thought that was going to be the ecchi dump of this season was Domestic Girlfriend. I really walked into it without any expectations. All I had read were the synopsis, and I saw a bit of the art, and I didn't really know much about it. All I knew was that it was about a guy that fucked a girl, and then he has a crush on a teacher that's really close to his age. But then his dad marries again, and then his siblings, his new step siblings, is the teacher and the girl he fucked. And I thought that this was going to be the next step sibling thing that was going to come out, but I was mistaken. I really enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I'd say that it was probably the biggest shock I've had in a while when it came to anime. And it really just felt really nice because my favorite genre in anime would have to be romance comedy. I found that I was building an emotional connection to these characters, and for that, I was really enjoying it. It was probably something that I didn't expect to come from an anime with a synopsis as crude as this one, but I'd say that this anime is probably something that I'm going to be looking into for research purposes. Next, Yakusoku no Neverland. When I saw the trailer for this, I didn't even watch it fully through. I didn't even get to the part where it revealed that the girl died. I was not prepared for it at all. I thought that it'd just be a really calm slice of life out there until I read the tag horror and mystery. That was the first of the red flags that I saw, and the fact that everything just seemed too peaceful in the beginning. It looked really nice. I really enjoyed the first couple of minutes, and then everything just started plunging down. I was in shock on what happened. I was thinking, what the fuck? Like, why is she dead now? They're eating people. What kind of world are we in? And probably this is gonna be something that I will be keeping my eye on, because this is so intriguing to me, because I've never seen something quite like this in an anime before. Next is Quintessential Quintuplets. It's an anime that really reached out to me. It really touched me because it was too real. It explained the entire plot. It seemed like a documentary about me. 5 girls who can't study for the life of them, and there's one guy that has to try to help them pass. And that's really connected towards me and my life, where I'm not doing very well, and some people around me are helping me get better grades so that I don't flunk out of my high school. But this has all been happening because I've been trying to focus a bit more on YouTube and for you guys, but I really don't care. I would have done this anyways, so it's kind of whatever. But I'd say that in a nutshell, this is just like the slice of life of the season, and it has pretty good plot. Last but not least, I would say that Watashi ni Tenshi really deserves some love. I love this art style the most just because of how rounded everything is. Everything's very vibrant, and it really brings life to the entire show in general, and all the antics that the main characters go through. I feel like it's very fresh for a slice of life. It really reminds me of Umaru-chan in a way, and Umaru-chan is probably one of my favorites, considering that that's what my Discord profile picture is, and it's basically the anime that I will always be able to go back and rewatch. Well, there you have it. That is my take on what is going to be going down this year, and what I think are the best shows of this season currently, or at least the new ones that are releasing. And I really have high hopes for the industry. I think that they can push the limits even farther than they have already. And I really hope they take anime in a step into the right direction, and hopefully into the mainstream, because I really hate being called a weeb whenever I'm trying to just go out in public and just watch anime on my phone. But that is all for today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.